Hello, everybody. I'm in my little slash catch-all room, and I'm hoping that if I start using it, um, I'll start cleaning it up. So, hi, everybody. We're gonna do Wendy Williams. So, moved out. That's why there's this crazy yellow. She even freaking yellowed my ceiling, which I'm not happy about. So this room has been like my catch-all room. It has my soap supplies. It has a lot of my craft supplies. It's just like a junk. It's like my junk room. But I'm trying to get everything together in this room because I want to paint it like a green and start doing readings and my crafts in here. So since I've been doing my crafts in here, um, I want to continue to do it. So hopefully within the next 5 months, this room will have a whole complete makeover and be more of, I'm going to put on over there, I'm going to put like my reading table and then do the walls and then over put my desk and stuff, because right now this is like my catch-all room. So I hope everybody, hello everybody, we're going to do Wendy Williams. I am so I don't want to say happy because it's a dissolution of a family, but I have high hopes for Wendy now. That she's kind of finally said enough's enough, and so I'm happy about that. So yeah, excuse this bright ass color. This my child. This was her room, and she had painted this room herself and painted the ceiling yellow, everything yellow, and so I have high hopes for Wendy. You guys haven't seen me. It's been a trying. Some of you guys know that I have to go take care of, well, go check on my sister today, and she's a bad patient because she's a nurse too. So I want to do Julian Assange this weekend to see what's going on. We've been seeing him coming to America. I still think he's going to come to America since I did his last reading. Sometimes over there, time isn't the same as over here. So, I'm talking about, in the spiritual plane. I don't like this yellow. It's got to turn to a green. When she did this, she had this room when she was, when she was pregnant, and this was a while ago, and she thought she was having a girl, and she painted this all yellow. We had a boy, but I can't take this color. I can take yellow in small doses. I mean, she had to do the freaking ceiling too. So, like I said, since she moved out, this has been like my, a room where it catches everything. So it has like my soap supplies. It has my crafting supply. It has everything. There's like boxes everywhere. So I think that if I start forcing myself to kind of be in here, I'm going to have to, paint and it'll get me motivated to kind of get this room together. So I want to check on Miss Wendy and see how she's doing. Everybody, make sure you subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and yes, happy Friday. Give the video a thumbs up, and what else? If you like your own personal reading, contact me at rettaware@gmail.com. I'll put the stuff in the description below, my email and stuff. So we're gonna see. So I seen that she filed for divorce. As through all the readings, we seen some type of legal action coming. She was, at that time when our last reading, she didn't really make a decision. She was still trying to make this relationship work. I told you she is totally in love with this man. And everything was the last straw that this woman had this kid and it was finally thrown in her face and she had to face it. That could be. Oh, let me put, I didn't even put the voice on. Sorry. Is hear me better? How's the voice? Can you hear me better? I forgot to put the microphone on. So we're going to check on Miss Wendy. Sorry. Okay, so let's see, where is she at now? Since where's her energy at? Where is she at now? Free will, free spirit, independence, and her sovereignty. So is she feeling like, I'm free at last? God Almighty, I'm free at last. Even though she loved, sometimes you can love someone that's toxic, and when you finally, come to the term where enough's enough and you let it go, you kind of feel free. And so maybe that's where she's coming. For everybody, I'll do Julie. Yeah, I'm gonna do Julie and Assange probably tomorrow. I have to go see my sister today. She had a heart attack, so this week. So I gotta, go and be the bitch nurse because she's hard headed. Because she's a nurse too. So I got to go check on her. So let's see, where's she at right now? Because remember, I did say that coming towards her birthday, which was in July, is her magician year. So this is the year of her manifestation. So anything is possible. I've seen her energy, good things coming for her, going towards her birthday. So let's see, where's she at now? Um, she's she's feeling like a woman. She's very right now. She's feeling like a woman. She's very sensual. Um, I would say she's in abundance. She's feeling good right now. What's crossing her is everything kind of came fast for her. She's it's like she's moving on really fast. She's trying to get out of the clouds. If you see this card, it's like clouds, and she's trying to push through. I hope she doesn't push through so fast where she doesn't really deal with her emotions. But since she is in like the rehab and stuff like that, they're all about counseling and stuff like that. Um, well, I don't know what to tell you if you can't see the cards. You know. Um, so it's all about her cross to bear is hopefully she doesn't try to move on so fast. Where she doesn't really deal with things because she's in such a area of abundance and sexuality and sensuality and creativity that if she moves on too fast without really dealing with things, that could be bad, too. I don't know what you guys are saying. You guys can't hear. I have the microphone on, and you guys are distracting me with, Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to turn that up. Maybe that will help. Who knows? Okay, underneath it all, she is brokenhearted. She's broken. She's been like this for a while. She's broken mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And some of it, I always say with this three of swords is that not only has these two people hurt her, she's done some of this pain herself. She's inflicted some of these wounds herself. Um and I think she's coming to terms with it. She's not only saying these two people really hurt me, she's also realizing I allowed this to happen. I allowed some of these wounds to hit me hard too. Let's see what's been going on with her for the last year is public opinion is really people's opinion, people talking about her has been big, big, a big turning point for her for the last year is the public opinion. Because you guys know, I told you she's the hermit in the moon, and so is her husband. Um, is the hermit in the moon. So she's an isolationist. She's someone that likes to kind of go into oneself. She likes to be by herself. She likes to learn things and enlighten herself, whether it's through, pop culture that she likes to do or reading or documentaries or stuff like that. But she kind of likes her own company, her own little bubble. And that own little bubble, especially if she's been doing it for years, kind of leads her to have some depression. And he has that same personality. So he could cause her to even more isolated outside work, and he's gone having an affair. She's really feeling isolated, and he's really making her isolated. So public opinion really made her change things. She's walked away. She's walked away emotionally. But if you see with this card, there's a lot of cracks. She's walked away emotionally, but there's cracks. So and even though she's walking away, she's looking at bigger things to come on her horizon, more, maybe some more difficulties, some more problems. But we always say her cross to bear is to make sure she doesn't move on too fast, where she doesn't deal with it because she's walking away and look at all these cups. She's got to mend these cups. She's got to mend these feelings before, ooh, she's the woman is really on her mind. That younger woman That younger woman is really, really on her mind. I think this woman has been very manipulative. Um, I do believe that this woman, all this stuff that's going on in the media and all these like pictures and stuff, I think it has to do with her. She has that same energy as uh, her husband Kelvin shows up as the King of Wands. She's showing up. This other woman is showing up as the Queen of Wands. Very manipulative, very sexual, very aggressive energy. I think she's the one who kind of put everything in the light. She put her foot down and she's like, because I really think that if the public opinion and people didn't know, Wendy would have been happy in ignorance, you know? Look at them two together walking away from these two problems. Look at I just talked. That's him, the King of Wands, and that's the girl. Let's see, the Star. You know, this is her, and this is the enlightenment. This is the light shined on. She realizing that she's the star. You know that everybody's watching her, but also she has to realize not to kind of force things so fast. Remember, I said she has to be careful not to go full steam ahead. Um, with the chariot and not see the outside things coming, not see the outside things, the side things coming. Don't see your agenda of a divorce and not see the side attacks coming. Because it's all because it can still be her ruin. It can still be her ruin if she doesn't do this right. I want to see her relationship between her and Kevin right now, because they're saying, oh, he's so supportive and this and that. I don't believe it. So how about everybody, make sure you do the thumbs up, subscribe. So hopefully, tell me what colors I should paint. I'm thinking about like a green color. Green is my favorite color. So I'm thinking about painting it some type of green. My living room is green, but not that dark. Maybe a green, or yeah, maybe this bright yellow is like something. Yeah, I see those pictures of the Ferrari, and I see her doing her hair, and ooh, I'm telling you, that girl is just as a green or a nice blue. Yeah. So I want to get this room done. So I want to see where their relationship is. Oops, sorry. Oh, I gotta go run over there and check on this lady. So I know. I think I just left this room as a catch-all because I was kind of coming to terms with the empty nest syndrome. I was kind of coming to terms with it. It's been sitting in here just collecting like all my catch-all, like my soap supplies and everything. It's stuff everywhere. And I was like, you know what? I really need to start, redo this room. And it's just sitting here collecting stuff. It's time to kind of get it together. Okay, so where is the energy? I want to see this for him, this for her, and then I want to see Kevin and Wendy where they are now. Okay. Nightmare. Ooh, it says psychic protection, bad dreams, shield. Their energy right now is not good. Not good. Not good. I suggest Wendy, sage that house that I think you're in like a halfway house, but when you get home, sage that house, take that energy out. It's time to do some energy cleaning, do some energy work on yourself. Um, it's really time to do some energy work. Because you are living in a nightmare right now. Also, I'm seeing that. Let's see about where is he at. He's happy. He's happy and in love and having a good time in this new relationship. This new woman makes him, even though they've been together for 10 years, he has a lot of fun with her, and she makes him feel young. Let's see about her. This is the sacred sexuality. To her, to Wendy, the sect that that they've had was kind of like a ritual with, and Kelvin, and to her, there's that bound. She needs to break this bond. This has been coming out a lot, even in my personal readings with clients. It's time to. She needs to do. Remember, I said the energy work, because there is she needs to protect her spirit, her energy, and she needs to break this bond, this ritual that she's done for, they've been together for, I think, married for 20 some years, and then, before that, were they together for a few years before that? She's got to kind of break this bond, this ritual. It's time for her to kind of do some spiritual work, which next year is her spiritual year. She's going to have to force some issues next year. It's her high priestess, to deal with, some spirituality. Things are going to come in her life where um, it's going to test her. Where this year was her hermit year, it was just going to be a bad year for her anyhow, and it ends on her birthday, which is her magician year, which is anything is possible, but quick changes. So she needs to break this bond. She really needs to she needs to get a ritual or do a ritual herself. Wendy, if you're out there, I always suggest you write a letter to this man. You don't give it to him. You put everything that he's done to you, all the pain, the suffering, everything. You write it out. You feel it, all the things that he's done, what you have allowed him to do to you, and you write that out. And you talk to your higher self. You talk to God. You just say, I am ready to release this energy. I'm ready to release this bond, because sex is a bond. They tell you that when you have sex with someone, you sleep with them, a little bit of them stays with you, their energy, and whoever they slept with. It's a continuous. She needs to break this. She needs to break this. She needs to ask to release this energy, burn that letter, move that energy far away. She needs to do a real ritual cleansing of her house. Whether she needs to get rid of that bed that they slept in, she might even have to do a whole new hall of her house, or even move to the house. It's time for you to release that energy. um I'm seeing her. She's broken. Um, she's broken. He's being petty. He's being petty. Kelvin is being petty. He's gonna go after her with words. He's gonna use his words and stuff as weapons. He's gonna be very, very petty and very immature. Um, Funny is, I think that what really got her, even though this is going on, I think a conversation with her father, something's going on with her father that kind of got her to kind of move away from this relationship. That's the center. Was her father. Um, you know, her father had something to do with her finally having enough. She's broken. She is broken. Remember, I've said that she's broken mentally, physically, and emotionally. But she needs to move on, but she doesn't just need to move on so fast. She needs to get the help to move on, because she's feeling like, she's in, like she's buried, and she has to come out of this big rut. But she has to realize her energy is changing come her birthday, or the energy is the magician. All is possible. What does she want from him? She wants to move away from him fast. What does she want from him? She wants out fast. Like, she wants to get through this really, really fast. But I'm telling you, she don't, especially with your legal issues and stuff, don't just try to. I know you want to get done with it, but really take the advice of get some good legal help. Um, she wants to be done with this fast, because he's going to be petty. He's going to be petty. What does he want from her? He wants her to continue to be the fool. He wants her to continue to be the fool, to be naive, to have risky behaviors, to do something to kind of get herself stopped up. Let's see, where's this going? She's so confused. She's seeing all these different possibilities that she can do now, and where to go, but it's so many different possibilities, so many different things, that she doesn't know which way to go. It's like so much. She's a little overwhelmed. Him, he kind of likes this attention of the spotlight on him right now. He does. Um, um, the spotlight on him. He's gonna bring up. He's got a lawyer. He's got a lawyer, that's, or someone. I think this is a lawyer. a lawyer that's going to really fight. Remember, I said he's going to fight dirty. I think he's going to bring up her substance abuse. I think he's going to bring up maybe her being emotionally imbalanced, and stuff like that. Um, she's just looking to escape. Remember, because he's a hermit too. He's going through a depression too. He's been drinking too. So it's not just her. He's been doing some things too. He's been going through a depression. He's been looking at Wendy as a burden. He's been looking at Wendy as a burden. He's also looking at, even though he's doing this woman, he has this woman. She makes him feel young. He's feeling like it's an uphill battle with her also, that she's a burden too, and that this new baby was a burden. And he's kind of, depressed about certain things about the, because remember in the other readings it showed that he wanted both of them. So he's kind of depressed that, it came in between, that now he had to kind of, there's a choice, there's, he doesn't have that option. But it shows that Wendy is, working with some people trying to, get away. How is this court going to be? How is this court hearing their divorce? First of all, is this divorce going to happen? The Daughter of Cups. It's telling, because of that little girl, the little girl that came through. That was the main issue too. Was the little girl. That was like her her thing. How is this court case going to be with both of them? I don't see it. Ooh, it's going to be a lot of things. She's still trying to. Wendy, stop. She's going to try to keep a hold of Kelvin in some way, shape, or form. She wants some bond with him or something to stick him in. Wendy, let it go. Let it go. Remember, I said that there's going to be some spirituality going for her, things to test her next year. I see that. I see that. I think she needs friends. I think that there's gonna be some postpone in this so-called divorce. I don't see it moving. I don't see it moving. Like it's kind of stuck there for a while. She's gonna need some friends. I see that um, it's gonna test her, especially next year, which next year will be after her birthday. Next year will be next year. That's her high priestess year. She's gonna have to do some spiritual work. She's gonna be tested spiritual, and and things are gonna get really ugly during that year for her. There's going to be a lot of backstabbing, betrayal, a lot of anger, a transformation. Um, she still, even though she wants to let go, remember I said that she really needs to kind of get the help to let go, not just to say, okay, I'm done, I'm pissed, and just move on. She really needs to get that emotional help. It's hard for her at night. It's going to be hard for her at night, which is showing the nightmares. She really needs to do that spiritual work. She needs to change that bed, everything. She needs some energy work too. I don't know if the woman's doing energy work on her or what, but she really needs to get some energy work done. She needs some psychic protection. Um, um, I don't think it's going to be an easy process, this divorce. I don't think it's going to be anything else we need to look into with that. I see their relationship, but I have a feeling that what's her name, Nikki, whatever her name is the one who kind of brought all this stuff really out into the light. She was ready to she needs to sever ties with him completely, but there's something that she's still trying to hold on to him. You know how they say when a woman's scorned, she needs to let go of that. She's still trying to, she's going to try to hold, have some type of hold on him still. She needs to let that go. She really does. Um, the Benjamin Moores. Well, what's up here by my house? What's the place I usually buy from? Sherman Williams. I think that's the next. Yeah, that is that his baby. I believe so. Yeah, that's his baby. It broke her mentally. Yeah, it's his baby. Um, I did. If you guys look back, I have like four readings on her. Look back to the beginning. It tells the whole story of what she's going through and everything. Remember, I said that I seen one of my things. I said I seen a new manager coming for her. If you guys remember, I said that there was a new manager coming for her. Um, a new manager coming for her. I remember that. Uh, I think that this divorce is not going to be an easy thing. This divorce is not going to be. Let's see. Um, Coming her birthday, that magician energy is coming. What does she have to look forward to with this magician energy? She's got. Remember, I said what she's still thinking about this woman. She dreams about this woman. Also, this. She also thinks that this woman was being vindictive and doing stuff and bringing information out. She thinks it was this woman. Um, she's getting some things going on at night. She really needs to kind of change that bed. Because of her, I always talk about when her magician energy is coming next year, not next year, on her birthday in July. She needs to change her thought process. She needs to start changing her thought process now because the magician energy is the manifester. And that energy comes fast. So whatever you're focusing on the most is going to say, okay, the universe is going to say, okay, here. So if she kind of focuses on her being unhappy, on this woman, and this and that, the universe is going to give her more of that. This woman is very vindictive too. She put a lot of this information out. I think the young woman, was like, I'm ready to be, you know, the one. Um, Wendy, come on. How about career wise, Wendy? Um, she needs some girlfriends. She needs some friends. She needs to get it together. She's feeling stuck. She doesn't have she's trying to hold her ground, but she doesn't have the energy. She really needs that energy of other women coming together. She needs that energy of other women coming together. Um, she feels like the whole world is on her back, and even though, she feels like she's going up an uphill battle. So she needs to kind of change her thought process because where she is now, even though I see on her birthday her energy kind of changing, where she is now, she's dwelling. Even though she's feeling sexual, and it showed the abundance and all that, her womanly. She's feeling like her life is kind of stuck, and she put her guard up, but she doesn't really have the energy to even defend herself. So I know people want her to talk about things right now and stuff like that. I don't think she has the energy. I think she needs to surround herself with some good friends, some good women. Maybe her mother, her sister, some good women. Um, and stuff like that. She needs to, right now, she's in this kind of pain filled emotional ties where we all would be. So I don't think she sees through anything right now with this pain. So we'll check on her around her birthday to see. But right now she's in such, pain that she doesn't see it. Whoops. Is that her father? I didn't know her father was a preacher, but I think whatever's going on with that, something what he said or did kind of brought things a little bit. um yeah, it's hard for her. um let's see, how is Wendy Williams show gonna do? Let's see, how's her show gonna do? She has so much, especially if she can get the really intense counseling the next few months up to her birthday. The magician energy next year, she can knock it out the box with everything. She just got to get it together. And I think that she needs to get her son's gone. I think she needs to, it's kind of hard because we're at a certain age, but I think that she needs to maybe have her mother come stay with her for a while, or some women energy, or her friend. She needs to have, like, I don't think it's a good idea for her to be in that house by herself. Maybe she needs to sell it and get her a nice, condo or something. Let's see about her show. What's going on with her show? There's going to be some changes going on with her show. Um, And these changes are going to come fast. These changes are going to come fast. Could be she's going to act like she's got to be careful with still drinking. Drinking is still an issue for her, but I think she's going to kind of put on the front. She's going to all her hopes and dreams and the bottom line. She may be traveling. It could be going on with her show maybe next year, traveling to maybe to different locations. Remember when she first started, Wendy Williams, and she was doing the things, and it could be that she's gonna travel in new locations and do things. She's gonna kind of embrace her womanhood. Her sexuality. I see that she's going to indulge a lot more on her show, like indulge in maybe women and a lot of things. She's going to indulge. She's going to do some things that, things that she hasn't been doing. There's been so much pain and suffering for the last year, even with her show. I think Kelvin has been very vicious um, and done a lot of conflict in regards to her show and caused a lot of pain. Let's see, on her show. Um, I hope that he's still gonna try to stay in that show. And I even see that this woman showing up in the show. She's worried emotionally that her ex, because he's still coming up as her husband, as her boss, and then this woman. I have and their thing. I think she's worried that that's gonna overshadow her show. I hope that he doesn't try to bring this other woman on. Um, I'm hoping that these two people don't cause her to drink more. Um, that's what she's thinking about. These two people, in regards to her show. It's going to be very emotional if she has to see these two people at her show. He's going to remember. He's got a lawyer. She's trying to defend herself. He's going to continue to be vicious. He's gonna fight. So I think her main concern right now, it's not telling me much, um, is that she's worried that he's not gonna go. Let's see. Let me see Kelvin and her show. Let me look at that real fast. Yeah, she has to do, yeah, she lost herself with him and she needs to get back to some self love. She needs to find some good girlfriends, some good, to help her through because she's a hermit. She likes to be by herself. It's hard for her to kind of reach out to other people. And and even her family, she probably isolated them a lot because like I said, people were like, well, why didn't she talk to her mother and stuff? Because she's one of those people that is my business and don't bring it up because she would like disown her family for her husband. That's the type of woman she was. You can't say nothing. You couldn't say nothing about her husband. So let's see, what is Kelvin? What is his intentions in regards to the show? Hmm. He has some things up his. Remember, I said he has some things up his sleeves too. The first card is what is his intentions? Is the moon, so it's unknown. It's being veiled. Nothing so much is good, but then what's across the bear is the daughter of swords is precision. Executing something with precision. Also feeling stuck. Let's see behind it. It's been going on for about a year. Um, about a year that things have been very emotional at the show, and it's been overtaken the money of the abundance. He's still stuck between these two women. You know, um, he's still stuck between these two women. I always said he wanted them both. He still wants them both. Um, he feels like he's the boss. He's worried about her transformation. He's worried about, her killing off everything in her past and being the phoenix and rising again. Getting rid of all that, him, everything, and rising again. He's fearful of that. He's fearful that she's going to kind of build herself up from the ashes and rise again. Um, um, yeah, he's an asshole. Um, he still wanted both of them. He doesn't want her to move on too fast. Um, he doesn't want her to move on too fast. He wants her to kind of stay kind of broken. Um, he's still very aggressive, painful. He wants to kind of bury her. So why doesn't he want the show? Doesn't he want the show to continue? He wants the show to continue. What does he want for the show? Um, he's sad. What does he want? He wants, he's a hot mess. He wants the show to continue. He's sad that that they can't embrace his new woman and his new child. He's sad about that. Like, he's sad about, having to pick between these women and having to like have one home. And how that there's no, joy and celebration in regards to his new family, his new child, his new woman. Um, that this child has caused a lot of burden, a lot of burden. It looks like Wendy has found a couple of women that are coming to her, and he's kind of pissed off about that. He wants them all to work together. What is wrong with Kelvin? He wants he wants he wants his wife or his ex-wife Wendy, this girl, he wants them all to work together, that they can do it. He is a freaking asshole. So we'll have to look at them in a month or so, because Wendy's still in a lot of, pain and stuff like that, and she's just trying to get through the day. She just is trying to just make it through, just rush through it. um but he is something else. He's got his lawyer already. And I hope that I don't think the lawyer is going to be, he's going to be coming after, you know after Wendy. And Wendy, at this point, she still wants to have some hooks into Kelvin, which isn't good. I think her just now becoming sober, I think that her right now, everything that's going on in her mind is a lot of, there's nothing, it's not going to be solid. So we'll check on her maybe in a month or so to see where her mind is at now. But Calvin's still an asshole. He still wants them both. He wants the sister wife to come in and work on the show and be a happy family, and he's crazy. He's crazy. Why is he I want one more thing before we go. Why is he giving this Nikki, whatever her name is, Serena, is that her name? Or Nikki? Why is he why is all these public gifts and everything being known? I have a feeling it's Serena doing that. Why is he giving her all these gifts and money now? Like, out there. What is Kelvin doing with this woman with these money and gifts that are coming to the public? Um okay. yo, Serena has done some type of it's his way of showing his love and and walking away from the relationship. But in the midst of that, there has been some spiritual work going on. That's why I keep saying that, Wendy, you need to go and get your house cleansed, you cleanse, get your chakras cleansed. This heifer has done some spiritual work. She's done some magic. She's done some sex magic. Um, she's done some magic. She's went to someone. She's done something to get this relationship to end. Um, Wendy, what does the Serena feel about Kelvin? What does she really feel about him? Um, this it's the Six of Swords is, she's looking at things in a different perspective. Her goal was to kind of crack that relationship to have the child. Also, for her visibility, she wanted that relationship to end. She wanted that relationship to end and be buried, and destroyed. Does she love him? There's a lot of passion fighting. She has a daughter with him. But their relationship has been stuck. She's got some issues. She's happy now that he's free, but she has some psych issues herself. She has some psychiatric issues a little bit. Um, her daughter, their relationship was kind of stuck for a while. This was really driving her crazy that their relationship was stuck. She's celebrating that she has him now. She's celebrating um that she has him now. What about all these gifts? Um, he's showering her with gifts. She's hiding things though. He's showering her with gifts. This is part of his attack on Wendy, is showering her with gifts. Um, I don't see any love cards there per se. I don't see any love cards. I see a lot of passion. A lot of passion. Um, a lot of passion. That's basically it. Yeah, possession, not love. I see a lot of, um, why is he giving her the things? It's another form of attack on Wendy, basically. It's another psychological attack. He's going to hurt her with words and actions. So, was Serena the cause of all this stuff coming to public? Was she releasing all this information to the public? Serena. Was she releasing all this information? Serena, what's her name? Nikki? Yes, she was. She was. Yeah, I do see some juju being worked on Kelvin. That chickadee, the one she did some type of sexual magic with her vagina, her being naked, candles involved. And that's what really brought things to a head. Um, what did I pick this? She was the one behind it all. That was her way too to keep Kelvin in line. She's the one who's brought all this stuff out. She's the person that's left leaked all this stuff to, what is it, the Daily Mail or Page Six or whatever. It's been her. She's been pulling the chains. All right. So I hope I answered all the. We're gonna look at her again to see where she's going in the grieving process, because this is a death. This is a death, a dissolution of marriage. So this is like a death of a relationship. She needs to grieve, and she needs to grieve privately. Also, she needs to get this man out of her business because he wants to be there and bring the girlfriend with him to the business. It's going to be hard. And what's crazy enough is that she may, use his position. Wendy may use his position to keep her hooks in him some way, and she just needs to get him out of the business, pay him. I think they said she's worth 60 million. Give him 30. Let him have enjoy. There's you could make another $30 million in a year. Trust me. Especially the year coming up for her magician year. I wish her the best. Um, Wendy needs to really get some spiritual work done. This is three times it's came up. She needs to get some spiritual work done. That woman, Nikki, has done some spiritual juju on her, and it's affecting her, especially at night. Um, at night in bed, giving her nightmares, and stuff like that. She needs to get out that house, sell that house, go buy her a new house. Get her a condo. She always talks about time for her to, especially next year, to use her show and travel. Use the show, travel, have a good time, meet people. Don't stay. You know, travel and see different things. Go to London and whatever you know um so that's it. I hope that all that made sense. I'll talk to you guys later. I got to do Julian Assange, and I'll try to do that either tonight or tomorrow. See what's going on with Julian. I knew he was coming, and I got to go see how my sister's doing. So I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure there's 58 people. Make sure you put the thumbs up. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.